athlete, but somewhat of a scientist with that jump cue. Knows all the different tricks. Okay, just a containing shot. The snooker's the bonus. Got to get the hit here.
Yeah, the three's makeable, actually, so close to the top rail.
That's what you want, those to catch a piece and maybe get some separation. Now the way Fedor started.
Yeah, don't be fooled. If you're playing this with pace, these can rattle. Kind of played it at the right pace, didn't they? Any harder, you never know.
Yeah, it looks like it's what he's going to do.
You go for this cross corner?
No, I was just about to say, I think he's chipping that 5-ball up on the top rail again.
Did he play right on it as well, though?
Oh, stroke.
That comes up a lot. If you don't hit it full off the second rail, it's going to score.
Yeah, that makes 3 of us. Amateurs will scratch behind that ball all the time. These guys just don't seem very let down he didn't make it. And it really has been all Fedor, right? The missed 8-ball is the only reason Yapp's on the board.
Against him so far, but you're just 5 or 6 strokes away from a tie ball game. And we only talk about Yapp's break maybe suffering a little bit at the beginning. He usually figures it out. You can't
Something really I pay close attention to with his break shot is he constantly seems to get shots once he figures it out.
Ooh, that one grabbed a little bit with the inside spin. He's on a 26-match winning streak. Just imagine that, Scott, with the fields and the players they have today, and just one of the greatest stats I've heard in a long time. Be careful if you are going up and down. You catch this a little thin, it'll turn over for the lower right pocket. He played it easy. I think that's a smart choice if available. Much better connection there. You could just hear it, really. He's not going to get the reward, I don't think.
He's acting like he can make the 2.
Yeah, you just got to disregard the cheese there. The 2 goes.
Again, very deceiving.
Well, here, so when the nerves are high, it's easy to maybe let up a hair.
You can come over to the rail, though, can't you? Into the gap. Yeah, just there, I thought. Towards that middle diamond.
Yeah, but just to get that much
move. You can tell he's not quite settled yet. And of course, we're only into game number 5, and Fedor's had most of the control. I personally mistakes right now. Of course, the guy he's playing could negate all of that.
Well, of course, Fedor is ranked number 1. It'd be a fair point to say Yapp is actually been more consistent than Biado.
Or really anyone. I mean, you could argue that point. Also, I mean, Carlo Biado, what a championship that he won. Time out. Little body movement there, just a touch.
Yeah, with the way the 8 entered the pocket was a great sign.
Well, he's ranked number 5. The
connection is how quick the 1 exits and gets in that side. The faster it delivers into that middle, the better the connection. So-so, I'd say. Great result, though.
Yeah, he got a big flick off the two.
Break. Couple of nice shots he's played to open up here.
Yeah, he's just so consistent. And Jeremy touched on the long ball, right? But if he's knocking that 2-ball down,
We're seeing the departments that have really taken this kid to the top, where he's improved the long ball, the break shot. And don't forget his, prowess with the jump cue. It's pretty darn good as well. And one thing we forget to talk about with these kind of players is the heart, right? Put in all the training, all the time, perseverance.
From Yapp, he just lets off absolutely nothing. Something I really like about him.
Aloysius Yapp.
It's another break and run.
Can he just chip it and go behind the 8 and 9?
Probably. That's all. I was just worried about the pink 4. He could find a gap there. He's got to get up behind the 8. That's
He could see that side. Sorry, Scott.
No, that's what I was wondering. I thought the scratch was on.
You can play a shot and always leave that.
That he always wore to the tournament. All right, the 2 got pinned a little. He's going to get snookered, I think, with the 7. Yeah, I like that, I think. He's going to try and maybe bump the 4 in the way of the 3. That's a little something at least.
More of this. Oh, and you can see more of this. You saying knock it up table, Jeremy?
Oh, I think he can see the left side of it. That makes all the difference. But I think he's just going to try and nip it and go towards the 4. Yeah, just all ball control there as much as you can anyways.
Yeah, good call. Well, he's elevating, so he's going to pound and try and stick.
Oh, he's giving up a
The
bank.
blue 2-ball. So this pink 4 that Fedor rolled.
Straight on view. You got to cut the 3 a little more than you think.
From acting like a referee.
Yeah, very good there. And I was kind of curious after that last break, get those bad scratches. Big ball here to pop in and come across. The 5-8 and a few shots, that's the real concern.
Middle of the pocket, as Jeremy said.
5-8 combination. I kind of like to be above the 5 just a little bit, so you're kind of falling on a good line for position. Just doesn't want to get straight or funny here, and I think he has.
Yeah, if he can draw it a hair below it.
Knows the speed. It's not bad, this, It's not bad at all.
Absolutely perfect.
4 years ago when he lost to Biardo, it felt like it was a whole different sport back then. I mean, the cloth was blue. And we always talked about Yapp as...
No, not to bring it up. You saw it firsthand there, Carl. But yeah, he was exceptional, and he got better every day. And just like.
But you know what it's like, Jeremy. Playing individuals tournaments, you've only got yourself to blame. You can be sat in the chair. If you get beat or you play a bad shot, it is a little easier to forget about it. But playing in that team event,
and Efren Reyes as your captain, I mean, it doesn't get any more pressure than that. But I think that's why this guy really loves it. It's because of the pressure. Talked to him quite a few times about different things, and the battle. That's the key.
Aloysius Yapp.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a really...
That's why, as a player, when
Right,
you're in,
we've seen it over and over to win tournaments. It's just a moment like that.
yeah, and you know the guys on down the totem pole a little bit, they may still guys. They can win the game after that mistake. They can really leave it behind.
Based on what we've seen so far, he is not missing this.
Aloysius Yapp will see it.
It is 7-3. Lifting the trophy.
I felt like just a center top would be a little easier to make the two.
How good is that? Short side on the 3, and how's the speed? We call that dialed in. That way you can draw back out just in case you fall straight.
Now watch out here. You don't want to end up over top. I feel like Jeremy and Phil, if you use your contact every time, Gorst and Yapp are eerily similar.
Stun, or if he has to roll it.
Does have that trade sometimes when he gives you the 4.
Little shot.
Gorst has already shown on more than one occasion in this tournament his fighting spirit.
Aloysius Yapp will see it.
He will need to employ it again.
Yeah, I think it's a little too soon to talk about a blowout with Fedor Gorst in the background. Oh, and he is good to the lower
Better
right.
and better. He's made 3 here.
Yeah, I think the last really easy. That's not going to happen here.
Middle of the table.
And if we're just being honest, he's gambling a little bit more on getting that shot, it seems like, after the break.
Yeah, well, we knew when the cut break was introduced, again with the break box, there's different ways to do it. But it's obvious to me that Yapp has one of the better ones. I mean, you just can't win all the events against all these players without it.
Aloysius Yapp will see it.
Yapp is doubling up on Gorst. And to complete quite a triple header in Matchroom Majors in 2025.
Trailing 10-6.
Yeah, he needs a look here. Direly needs a look. Yeah, he'll just stay below the 3 here. Out towards the center now, right?
You know, as you watch this, easy to get Junior. What he's done at the age of 25 defies belief.
Yeah, and I guess that's what I was alluding to, right? Let's say he's got 5 to 8 more years
Today's
before
game, and he's gotten so much younger. Quality and quantity both have grown.
Yeah, but you just feel like Gorst with his fundamentals, right, JJ? Obviously.
Yeah, he will improve. He's all about that.
He did get a little straight. Just be careful of arcing the cue ball here. Should be okay. Yeah, he knows the speed.
To continue to do it.
Yeah, and this is what happens, right? Let's say he wins this game, maybe the next. It really starts to apply pressure to the opponent, and that's how things start.
Fedor Gorst, 1-0.
Twice, first and
Fedor
8.
Gorst to break, 10 racks each.
And the table is leaking. What's the A do?
The 8's going to sit. Oh,
The
jump
jump.
that way also. You could clip this ball, but that could be dangerous.
I like your call. I think it's real high percentage.
Yeah, and when the nerves are
Nice
on,
swerve. That's all you can ask for right there. How's the 2 finish, Jeremy? Does it hit it a little thin, come into the 9, come into the 6?
yeah, but the good thing is it requires a little bit of, oh, he's going to go the soft side.
Yeah, this is what I was looking at. Did he find a gap?
He sure did. The problem with that, big players, big shots. None bigger than this at the moment. As Grady Matthews getting out of the chair if you saw him right behind in the background. 3's pretty easy. Oh my goodness, I jinxed him. But I was going to talk about the 5 ball was the problem.
Yeah, but I'm going to talk about the Fedor effect.
They happen to often to be a coincidence.
Another 3-6 may have lined up. Pull this off.
What's the 6 do here? Jay, trim it over. Wow, is he really going at this jump?
No, he's going to
Okay.
knock it up table, but a high ball won't get as much pace here, so. Yeah. Oh, wow. Did you see with that left middle a few days ago, but now what's he do? Got to knock this away.
Yeah, it was the match with Kopin Yi and Shaw.